Hi guys, Ethan from Preston Outdoors here, and today I want to talk to you about my new KastKing Speed Demon bait casting reel. I decided to give KastKing a try right away from the beginning, and I wasn't disappointed. I was looking for a really fast gear ratio reel, but I didn't want to spend a lot of money on it. The way I came across KastKing and their lineup of bait casting reels was I was searching for a reel with a very high gear ratio for flipping and pitching, or using a frog or any kind of top water where I need to get my bait in and get it out when I get a bite as quick as possible. And that's when I found the Speed Demon from KastKing. It has the fastest gear ratio bait casting reel on the market, and it's a 9:3:1. So naturally I was intrigued with how fast this reel was, but what really sold me was the price. Right now on Amazon, I think they're selling for about $70, somewhere in there, and this reel really fits within my budget. So naturally I YouTubed it, I Googled it, looked on Amazon some more, kind of found some testimonials of it, and one thing that I was really intrigued with, but I wasn't even sure was true until I got the reel, was its trilateral brake system. Now what that means is a bunch of big words. What that means is when I set this reel, right now I'm throwing with a square bill. I've tested it out with a bunch of different lures, but right now I'm throwing with a square bill. And when you play with your brake system and you get it to where you want it, I can actually make a cast and not have to touch the bait caster until just about the lure is just about to hit the water. The brake system counterbalances and makes sure that you don't backlash. I'm going to put the GoPro on my chest mount here in a minute and show you guys what I'm talking about with the casting and the brake setting. But last week, another testimonial to this reel. Last week, my younger brother, who is not very experienced with bait casting reels, decided he wanted to give this a go. He only backlashed it one time, and that's because he made a bad cast, a real short cast. But otherwise, he was amazed, and so was I, frankly, at how well this reel and the brake system was able for him not even to backlash. So like I mentioned, we're here on the back of my my bass boat here, and we got the reel line set up. We got some braided line, I think it's 15-pound braided line, a little square bill here, and I've just been playing around with different situations, different scenarios using this reel, but we're going to give this a go. I have the brake set up to where it barely falls. Let's see here. I don't know if you can see that. It's falling kind of fast there, but I'm going to go and cast this thing out and watch this reel. Now, just before it hit the water, I put my thumb on it so the reel didn't spin. But again, I made it I don't know, maybe 20-yard cast there. And I did not have to touch the spool with my thumb at all. The brake system did it all for me. We'll try it again here. Again, watch. I got this square bill. It's falling decently fast here. But again, with this brake system, I'm going to give it a cast. Again, did not backlash at all. Again, I just touched the spool before it hit the water. That was about a 30-yard cast. Another amazing thing about this, again, is the 9:3:1. I can just crank it in here for another cast for you guys, and it's amazing. The fastest reel I've ever used before this was an 8:0:1, but this thing just blows it out of the water. Like I mentioned just a minute ago, while we had the reel on the chesty mount, was the speed. We had talked about the braking and how cool it is that it doesn't backlash when you have it set up. But like I mentioned before, an 8:0:1 was the fastest gear ratio reel I had owned previously to this one. And I had it set up on my flipping and pitching rod. Again, making flips into heavier cover, setting the hook on a fish, and you want to horse them out of there. But just playing around with this reel, like I said, I've had it for a week. I've got over 400 to 500 casts on it easily by now. And it is simply amazing. Normally I'm throwing a square bill on a 6:3:1 or a 7:3:1 reel, slow rolling it, stuff like that. And when I slow roll with a 9:3:1 with this Speed Demon, it's just cranking. I'm not going to be using this for my square bill rod or for my square bill setup, but again, this is something I wanted to put it through the ringer here and try it at different situations. More than likely, this is going to be a topwater reel for me, or a flipping and pitching, a punching setup, that kind of thing. Also, I want to talk about is this reel. Again, it's a 9:3:1, but it has 13+1 ball bearings in it. Again, this helps with smooth casts and smooth retrieves. I fished other cheaper reels that they say they have 10 to 11 ball bearings, but when I'm reeling it in, it's kind of crunchy. This thing is smooth. And again, what I mentioned before earlier in the video, this thing fit perfectly in my price range, so you want to go to Amazon and check it out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, this is a review on the KastKing Speed Demon, and it's simply become one of my favorite reels in my arsenal. It's only been, like I said, a week or two here. Again, 400 to 500 casts on this reel right away, and it's simply become one of my favorite reels. Also, the price. I know I mentioned it before, but it fit perfectly within my budget for a bait casting reel. I didn't want to spend over $100 on a bait casting reel, because by the time you get a rod and reel and line and everything, it just gets to be too expensive. So with the KastKing brand, they try and limit the cost of the big, huge name brands, but also give you the quality that you expect from your gear. So if you guys already haven't heard of KastKing, check them out. Do some research like I did. Videos, blogs, read some customer reviews and stuff like that on Amazon. But I know with the Speed Demon, this is my first product that I've gotten from KastKing. With the Speed Demon reel here, it's simply awesome, and I can't wait to try some more of their products. Again, this is Ethan from Preston Outdoors. If you haven't already, check out my Facebook page, Instagram page, Twitter page, and my YouTube channel at Preston Outdoors. I want to thank you guys for watching, and tune in next time to Preston Outdoors.